I'm Andrew Smith, Revolution BJJ Path. Here you have me rolling with Allie. Allie is a much smaller purple belt. She is my quarantine training partner. You can see me transitioning over here, so I'm going to move my head out of the way so I can adjust this a little bit from this kind of guard maintenance position here, right? Thinking about sweeping, scissoring, blocking, to where Allie is going to lead with that leg, and I'm going to hook it here from the outside, right? So a De La Hiva hook. When that leg is forward, it's a good option for me. What I want to do here is grip the belt so that anchors me really close to Allie with that far side grip on the belt so I can follow her everywhere. And then the second thing, the most important thing, is keeping that foot off of the ground here, right? So that lead leg, I'm going to try to keep it off the ground the whole time I'm here. So as I invert and start to roll underneath her, clearly she's worried about me getting to her back, right? I'm taking my time. I'm going to make some different grips in a second. But the main goal here is I want to keep that leg off the ground, right? For her to come back up on top from this position where she's putting both of her hands on the mat, she's going to need to retract that leg at some point and pull it back. Meanwhile, I'm trying to cement my next position. So my arm here is going to try to reach across to that lapel. I'm feeding it with the other hand right now. Once I get that staple, I'm going to close my elbow, right? Once I get the elbow closed here, bang, I'm solidifying this position. So you can kind of see Allie cannot turn toward me at this point. My forearm and the lapel combination, the staple, that's going to keep that from happening. Check the links below if you're on BJJ Path here, and you should see me. I'm going to post a couple of shares of the stuff that happens in this video, especially the interesting situations. All right, so that staple with the arm to keep them from turning in, I use that a lot. You can see us about to go off of our matted area here, so I'm going to switch and come up on top in a 50-50 position. Allie knows the same rule as me. She really wants to keep that foot off of the ground here, and she knows that I'm going to be off balance if she can do it. So kind of an interesting leg position that we end up in here. She switches to a hook here, and she's really just trying to keep that leg keep me from getting comfortable there. Thinking about switching to a calf slicer here. Check those links below for a mention of a calf slicer as well. You can follow through on a tutorial for that. And the game here is I would like to get my leg back and solidify my top position. And she would very much like for me not to be able to do that. That's what the fight is here. Keep in mind, my leg is still trapped across there. I do not have my leg free yet. I'd like to turn in, sit to guard, or actually rather stay on top here and turn back in, but I can't do that, right? So it looks like my right leg in the video. It's really my left because of the mirror image thing. I'm trying to stay on top. My leg's still stuck here. That leg's still across the body here. I've got to pass it to the other side if I want to pass this 50-50 type position, right? If I could get my leg to the other side, I could do that. My leg's really stuck here, right? Briefly thinking about a leg attack there, kind of a corkscrew lock. Can't get that going either. Cannot get that leg on the mat. I'd like to pull that leg back. But Allie knows this. She's gripping my knee. That's a really good way to reinforce that. I can't pull my leg free as easily now. So I concede a little here, and I'm using my foot for guard maintenance, that buddy foot drill, to kind of free that leg a little bit, or to stay on top. But I've got to be careful. You can sort of see the threat of the leg attack there, right? I have to be respectful of the knee bar and the related series. She's thinking about that calf slicer again, stepping over, right? And at the end of the day, I'm trying to grip her foot to keep her from pulling her leg back here, right? That's the name of the game. But I really can only hold off for so long from this sort of inferior position. I'd like to get my leg free. I just want to retract that leg and come up on top. I just want to come up on top, but I can't do it. So she wins that battle. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I thought that was an interesting back and forth based on the control of that leg. So stay tuned.